I want to say thank you to Move BG for inviting us here. It's really, really great, and I think we have a lot to give to the community. So I'm going to say a few things about us. We are musicians. We met in LA. Jared's from St. Louis, Missouri. And of course, like most foreigners that are here, Bulgarian female brings them here.
It's true. You know it's true.
Yes. So yeah, we actually don't really have a, I think, defined line between work and being together because we are musicians, and music just comes from love anyway. And yeah, what do you want to say about that?
Well, I would say that we're actually a lot more than musicians. We're partners, you know, but in everything that we do. Yeah. So we both work together. We work out of our home. We work the same stuff online for people doing many music things. We have our band. We're starting an entrepreneur house here in Bulgaria. We're speaking at events like this. We're creating events. We're doing many things. So everything, literally, pretty much everything we do we do this together.
We do everything together.
So
we do.
So yeah, how do you balance that, right? And how does the relationship stay healthy and all that stuff? Because the common idea is that you don't ever work with your lover, right?
Ever.
This is what everyone says, but that's totally ridiculous. Because when it comes to having a healthy work, you need a partner. You cannot be a complete success by yourself. No one, almost, except for like Einstein, but like almost no one in the world created anything completely by themselves. So you need a strong partner. And if that person is the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life, then it's going to be even that much stronger, you know? So I think it's completely normal, and it should be more normal that your partner is your lover, you know?
Actually, in the beginning of our relationship, when we were like just boyfriend and girlfriend, and I was like, I don't know how much he likes me, but I love him a lot. He said something to me that was really cool, because Jared always reads about personal development and how to just be better and learn and grow. And so he was reading something from somebody, or I don't know where it came from, and he said some quote about how everybody needs in business to have somebody supporting them, their significant other, to be supporting them 100%, whether or not it's they're involved in the business just as much, or it's just, their support means a lot. And then I was like, oh, does he think that I'm his other half and stuff like that? But yeah, we have done a lot of personal development work, and I think Jared has a lot to say about failure, because he's always
I wrote a book.
This is a failure right here. I just wanted
Failure
to say,
prepare.
because he constantly reads about improving and growing. I'm red. I bet I'm red, absolutely. But that's okay, see? It's okay. I said something really stupid in the mic in front of everybody. It's okay. Failure is okay, It's just a mistake. It's like the road turns unexpectedly. It just makes an unexpected turn. And you know what? When I sing, it happens all the time. I forget lyrics all the time. So failure is okay. It's how you move through it that matters. Okay, so something just happened. Well, what matters is, what are you going to do from now? So...
Yeah, I want to add to that. Also, we can tell you we have two stories of failures that will give you real examples, right? But to add to that, I wrote some things here to make sure I would create value for everyone who's listening. And so like we're talking about a few things, right? How do we communicate with our partner, right? How do we take on failure? First off, about failure is a perception. You don't fail until you give up. The only time you truly fail is when you completely give up and you don't do anything anymore, right? Because when we failure is more like a clue. I think a nicer way to think of it is like, this is a clue. Like, that wasn't the right way to do it, so this is a clue on how not to do it. So we're one step closer, right? It's just like the idea with the light bulb, like it's like 1,000 failures before he figured it out. Like, oh wow, we have it,
And like so the Beatles went to, I think, over 100 record labels before somebody thought they were actually good.
Right.
100 no's. 100 like, you suck. You're not going to make it in the business.
Right. Another good example of that is Jack Canfield. If anyone's familiar with Chicken Soup for the Soul, you must be, right? Some people are. Right, Jack Canfield was the same thing. He went to like over 100 people to publish his book, and it became it's like has so many awards now. So he just didn't give up. That's what I mean. You don't fail until you give up. So if you think about it like a clue, it's fun. And I want to mention something that you said. How do you take it, right? Well, there's an idea about responding and reacting to situations. So if something happens where you think something bad happens to you, it's like, what do you do? Do you react with your emotions, or if you practice enough, we become more emotionally intelligent. Instead of reacting, we can respond. But first, we just need to practice this stuff and be like, okay, something just happened. Just wait a second before I freak out and do whatever. We all have our thing, however we freak out. Before we do that, just like think about it, be okay with it, and then respond to it. This will always make things easier.
Oh, another thing, I have to say it. In the, well, at least in the creative world, actually a lot of the failures or mistakes or accidents are what creates the best things in the creative world. Like where it's a lyric, it's a wrong note, it can be anything, but it does make the best actually for
that's totally
creating
true.
Something.
I love when this happens in music and we make a mistake and then it's like, oh wow, that was better than what I was going to do.
That actually sounded really good.
And let's use this example to give them a real example of one of our failures.
Okay.
So like you do something, it's wrong. Whoop, that wasn't the plan.
It's not as expected.
But it turns out actually better than what you intended. And one great example of that is me being here right now.
It's a mistake, isn't it?
We came here. We made a very irresponsible decision.
We were very irresponsible.
We got married in the United States, okay? And sure, I will come to Bulgaria at some point. My wife's Bulgarian. Of course, I'll be here to meet the family, but. We had a really cool opportunity present itself.
Wait, first of all, I applied for my green card.
Okay, she applied for a green card.
Yes.
An opportunity in Bulgaria appeared.
Yes.
We're like, great, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Well, we're gonna do this.
We did consult with our lawyer, and he said it was okay, and we were like, yay, let's do it.
Because she's not. You don't leave a country after you apply for a visa there.
You don't do.
You know what I'm saying? So we
don't do that.
But they said, okay, you're gonna get your travel documents. We'll mail it to you while you're in Bulgaria. You'll fly back. We got the tickets and everything. Guess what happened? They sent it to the wrong address.
Our old address.
They refused to resend it. So Anna just got her green card like 2 months ago.
And I've waited for it about 2 years and
over 2 years.
2.5.
So my life completely changed. She can't go there, so of course I'm not going to leave my wife.
There was another thing, Jared, because we were thinking, we're just going to go for 3 months or something, you know, and we didn't prepare for his documents. So when the 3 months were up of his period of being able to stay here without a visa, I had to be here by myself, and he had to be over there by himself, right. Which is a lot of trouble because we work together. And it was just.
Right. So, but here's the thing. So was it a failure? Whatever. For me, it's amazing to be living in another country, to be learning another language, to be in another culture, to be in another part of the world, to get a different perception. These are all positive things that come from that, right? It's really great that I got to stay here for so long. And actually, then it's like, do I even want to go back?
He kind of wants to stay here now.
So. With this said, I want to also bring up a point about blessing in disguise. Have you guys ever heard of this? See the positive in everything. But
that's so funny. Him saying that.
You guys need to hear this. No offense. But yeah, but this can really change your whole life if you can take and practice the idea of seeing the blessing in disguise. The blessing in disguise of us getting stuck here. See, I could say I'm stuck and I hate this and I can't go home. But I told you guys that I just had so many positive things that come from it. So if you can imagine, so instantly when something fails, you have a failure, if you can not react and think, what's the blessing in disguise? Your whole mood changes completely every single time. It totally lifts you out of a new place. And over time, the more you practice this, the more you're just like freaking on fire. Like, it doesn't matter what hits you. You're just like, you just keep going. Because you know that it's cool, you know? So, like, I want to try it right now. Who today, something happened to everybody that they weren't happy with? I'm sure, something small. Give me an example of something, anything, some small. What is it?
Should it be from today or may I...
From today. What happened?
Yeah, recent.
That happened that you were not happy about?
But may I say something better?
Yes.
Because I will tell you something which happened last year. I just got I hurt my knee, you know, and this is a story which some of us will not like, one of us, but never mind, I will tell it, because I got hurt with my knee, and I was just like asking to the universe, because I'm always asking to the universe, what's wrong, what I did wrong, why now I have this problem with my knee. I just went to sport and I got this pain in my knee, and the next day I went to the doctor, and now he's my boyfriend.
Oh, snap. Yes. Yes.
See, that's a wonderful...
I want to say something else too. It's because when...
Good.
Okay. So one of the greatest bassists in the world is Victor Wooten, and he says in his book, that is amazing, he says that 0 is the most powerful number, because when you have nothing, you can create anything. You can go anywhere. So
like when you
don't
have no
be afraid of the 0, you know? It's like, it's okay. If you fail, it's okay. It's how you deal with it, is where you go from there next that matters.
Yeah, but also with that, like having no expectation. Most people don't follow their dreams, or don't do something simple like anything, like walking out of the room right now because you want to go to the bathroom but you're too uncomfortable, but that's what you want. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you actually want.
But yeah, but the point is, it's like, you know, we have to train ourselves to not being afraid, to having no expectations of the end result. Because if you never, you know, most people don't do stuff because they're afraid that they will fail. But if we can get over that and be like, hey, I don't care if I fail, then life is just fun all the time.
All the time.
And so we have to get into that mindset of like, fail faster. Have you guys heard this? Fail faster. The more you fail, the more you learn. The faster we fail, the faster we learn. And it's not a failure, it's a clue. We have to treat it like a clue to getting there. Yeah. And if we have no expectation, if 0 is our thing, then it's like, oh, well, that was whatever. You know, like, it doesn't matter. There's no hard feelings, you know? You
do things from true choice. But that's a
whole other thing.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
So, I think, let me just check my notes real quick. And I think we can wrap up. I know we're talking a lot. Hope you guys don't mind. I guess I would like to say something about relationships. This is about relationships, right? And something that I've learned through my time being with Anna is, you know, it really, when it comes to being effective in a relationship, especially people who work together and do everything together like we do, you know, it's really important to understand how that individual operates in their natural world. Like, there's certain things that they naturally do that are they just do, that like she will do, anybody, but is totally different from the way I just operate. Actually, the way I get out of bed, you know, just the way I operate naturally as a human. So if I can understand the ways that she likes to operate, and then the most important part, accept that, just because it's not like I do it, you know, accept that that's what she does and understand it, then we're not going to have problems. We're going to have much less arguments. You know, if I just have to accept it, understand how she is. She has to understand how I am. We have to accept each other for the way we are, and then we have to make compromises. So that's like the three things that really matter, I think, when it comes to being okay with each other and like moving forward and, you know, being mature as well.
Because there will be things in your significant other that upset you, or not upset you, but just like, it's like, why are they doing this? It's like, that's so unnecessary. Like, it's just as much of accepting the other person as much as accepting yourself for being who you are, because we all do things that, you know, it's like, why am I doing this right now? And that's okay. And when you're in a relationship with somebody, you have to just be with them because you want to be with them, not because they like this movie or this song or this band or this place or this kind of food. It's just you love who they are, no matter how much they fail or how much they succeed or just anything. Nothing matters. You either love this person or you don't. Unconditionally. Or you don't. Well, it's true. And we argue all the time. We argue all the time, every day, and that's okay. And even when we argue, I still love him. He still loves me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do. Mm-hmm. That's just how that's how I show love.
See?
So something to take away for you guys. What I would really like you, if you can take something from this, take away, you know, I want you to, next time anything happens where it feels like a failure, if you can think about not reacting, but search for the blessing in disguise. Just think, okay, what is good? Find a positive that came out of it. You know, it's like maybe you get freed up to now do something else that you wanted time for or something, whatever. Search for the blessing in disguise. You know, find the positive in it. That will always change your attitude and make you like powerful. I guarantee. And think about find gratitude in the failure. Where can you find gratitude in your failure? What can you be grateful for about that happening? If you practice this, I guarantee you will be a much happier person. Your vibration is higher. When other people pass you, when they see you, when they talk to you, you will lift them up just by simply practicing things like this because of the way you handle yourself. And that will change people. It creates a butterfly effect, even something that. But it's not even about the other people. It's about you and your own happiness, right? Because that's what life's all about, right? So that's what I'd like you to think of. Find the blessing in disguise. You know, don't react. Respond. Find the gratitude in the situation and your failure. And realize that it's not a failure, it's just a clue. And you don't fail until you give up, right? So that's the main stuff that, thank you. Thank you very much. So.
May we ask you for one song? For the people who don't understand English, so I think that they deserve one song, okay? Thank you.
I will assist.
He will assist. So we are gonna play a song. What? Yeah. So we are gonna play a song that we wrote together. I write the lyrics most of the time, vocal melodies. He likes the music behind it. And this, I don't know why Jared wanted to play this specific song. I think it's because everybody loves this song, and it's everybody's favorite. But I think there's something else in there, mister.
It's all about love, you know?
No. I sing about him, and it's really funny, so he likes it. He likes it. It's okay. We would like to invite you guys to our, if it's okay.
And this is my guitar.
Okay.
It's famous. Can it be louder? This microphone.
Може ли да увеличим микрофона на Джаред? Huh? Okay.
Just be quiet if you're okay with that, because this is going to be quiet.
Quiet, please.
He's gonna turn it up.
What?
He's gonna turn you up.
Oh.
Oh, not that much.
Wait, it's just a clue.
Yeah.
Just need it not so hot. All right, here
This
we go.
happens all the time. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a man who treats me fine. When he's around, electricity runs through my spine. I got a man who loves me so. When he looks at me, I lose control. He is strong and smart and he plays the guitar like no one can. He's just off the charts when he kisses me. Melts my heart. When I'm with him, makes me feel like a star. Don't need no brain to know things are going far. He says, I love you, baby, just the way you are. He's my sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Yeah, he's my sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Oh, yeah. I am so lucky, I am blessed. My heart is expanding in my chest. So tell me now what you wanna do. You're so lovely, baby. I'd do anything for you. You are strong and smart and you play the guitar like no one can. You're just off the charts when you kiss me. You melt my heart. When I'm with you, make me feel like a star. Don't need no brain to know things are going far. You say I love you just the way you are. You're my sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy. You're my sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Oh, yeah. Sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar. Sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar. Sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar, sweet like sugar. He's my sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Yeah, he's my sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Oh, yeah. Благодарим ви.